There we go. So this morning, I've just got, we'll do about half an hour, maybe a little bit less, really just a gentle morning stretch, if that sounds good for you.
Does.
So there's a little bit of of course, it's Pilates, there's always going to be a little bit of kind of abdominal work, a little bit of core engagement, but it's gentle and it's all about kind of stretching, mobility, just kind of creaking the body out this morning, if that sounds good. So we're going to start sitting. I'm going to just move myself back so you can see what's going on. That's good. And just sit however is comfortable. I'm going cross-legged. So just bring your focus in. Maybe take a deep breath. Bring your focus into your body this morning, into your movement, into Pilates world for the next half an hour. And I'm going to start really simply, just with some kind of exaggerated breathing, if you will. So I'm going to start arms wide. I'm going to breathe out, and I'm going to close everything in front of me. I'm taking a small kind of round. So you can see I'm around a little bit here. And then nice breath in. Open everything, lift the chin, maybe smile, open the chest, open the lungs, and then breathe. Press everything. Breathe in. Lift up and open, expand the chest, maybe lift up a little bit. Breathe out. Curve and round and forward. Breathe in. Everything lifts and opens and feels glorious. And breathe out. So just getting a little bit of movement into the arms here. A little bit of nice breath work. And a little bit of movement through the spine. That's what's going on here. So find your own breath pattern, your own pace, your own rhythm. Okay. And then find yourself back in the central position. Okay, I'm going to put my hands down. If you're doing cross-legged, just a little note to kind of keep swapping the feet. It will kind of feel natural with one in front. So keep checking in with that and keep swapping over. I'm going to go for some swirly whirls. Very technical term here. So I'm just going to swirl so that my rib cage is circling over my pelvis. So just some nice, big, loosey-goosey circles. We don't have to overthink this. This isn't a terribly precise Pilates movement. This is just getting the body moving, getting a little bit of a little bit of mobility in the hips, through the waist, getting these muscles warmed up a little bit around the waist. My shoulders are moving, so a little bit of mobility in my shoulders. It's just getting moving, plain and simple. Okay, hold it still. We're going to be doing some side to side work, okay, some lateral work, which is going to be really nice to stretch out the waist and the spine. So let's just take a little side bend, nice and easy. So I'm taking my weight through the supporting hand. You can look up, you can look down, look straight forward, maybe play with those different options. Lift yourself back up, swap sides. So take some weight through this hand. Stretch the body out again, whatever feels good for you. We're not over prescribing this movement. Okay? It's just a gentle little side stretch. Maybe each time you go over, you feel you can start to take that stretch a little bit further. So already after doing a couple, I'm starting to feel like, okay, my body's creaking out a bit. Maybe I could reach those fingertips a little bit further. Maybe I could press this hip down and then reach my fingertips away. Let's just do a couple more. Yeah, should feel really nice, especially if you're doing this in the morning. Okay, if you want to add on, you take that side stretch. Maybe even come down as far as the elbow. Free one leg and stretch the leg away. Can you see you've got this really nice long body line all the way from the fingertips down to the toes. Stretching on out. Good. Fiddling your way around to the other side. So side stretch. Free the other leg. Get that nice stretch all the way down through the hip as well. Oh, it should feel really nice. Good, let's just do one more each side. So come back through your centre, reach to the side, all the way from the fingertips, maybe even look up towards the fingertips, stretch those toes away. One more. Shimmy over this way. Nice. From here, so you're holding it on one side. You're going to turn so your nose faces the floor, and you're going to reach out so you can touch the floor almost like on the diagonal. And you might find that that encourages a stretch all the way down here underneath the shoulder blade. So you're reaching over on the diagonal. From there, take some weight onto this supporting forearm, and you're going to twist your body so nose faces the front, maybe even up. And then you're just rotating, so you're turning your body to face down or stretching. And then you're turning your ribs, your nose to face the front. Just enjoy that little stretch. Nice. And then we'll just do a couple of those little twisties on the other side. So we do the same setup. Starting your side reach, that leg is out long. Weight is through this forearm. From here, so you're facing the front, you're going to turn so your nose faces the floor, and then reach out with those fingertips right out here on the diagonal, over the corner. Maybe you can feel as though you want to press your chest down to the floor, and then opening out. Oh, give me a little smile. You can even turn all the way up to the ceiling. So you're just rotating that rib cage down to the floor, and then twisting it up to the back into kind of a side stretch position. One more. Okay. Now, continuing with this kind of side to side thing, which we seem to have adopted this morning, you're going to bring your legs in together, tuck them in, stay on this forearm, and you'll notice that we are in a position halfway through a mermaid, okay? So we'll go into a couple of mermaids, which start traditionally up here. So you've got your feet, your knees tucked together and swept around one side. So you're going to reach up and then side bend towards your feet. So another side bend, maybe feeling this a little bit more intensely now, all the way down here into the hip. Starting to lift in a little bit of strength now through this exercise. We've done some nice stretching, so all nice and stretched out, lifting these ribs underneath here. And here comes our first little bit of kind of strength movement. You're going to press off this hand, but use your muscles, your obliques in your waist to lift you up. Here, ooh, lift back up. Couple more like that. We can flow through it nice and quick now. Side stretch, nice lifted position through the center. Come all the way down onto the elbow, lift the ribs. Here's your little strength press moment. There, we'll take one more. One more here. So we've done 3 little mermaid sequences. Over the other way. Lots of side to side moving this morning. Press up. Good. All right, holding it there. We'll do the other side in a second. Don't let me forget. We're going to roll around so you're more on your bottom, so you're sat, okay? I've got hands behind me. You won't be here forever. I know it's a bit of a strange position. But I've got fingertips facing forward towards my feet. And starting off again, just with a bit of spinal movement and some breath. So exhale, curve a little bit, and then enjoy this moment of breathing in, opening the chest, maybe even looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, maybe starting to get a little bit of warmth through the shoulders and the arms here. They're not totally inactive here. They are supporting you, they're doing a little bit of work. If you'd like them to do a little bit more work, if you're more in a kind of, okay, let's, I'm warming up now, let's do some strength. You can take this movement a little bit further. You can lift the hips up, okay? So yes, definitely strengthen the arms. Also, if you squeeze your butt, your glutes, really good work for the hamstring and the glutes under here as well. But seeing as we're doing a nice stretchy class, a nice kind of mobility stretching class, this is also kind of a nice way to lengthen out the front of the body across the hips too. Let's just do 3 more here. 3, 2, open the shoulders, open the hips. Gorgeous. 1 more. Open, 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 stretch, enjoy, hold it for a second. Nice. Come back down, come to sitting. Just circle those hands out, circle those wrists. And we'll find our way around. We'll kind of, not so elegantly, shuffle around so that we're ready to do the mermaid on the other side. I didn't forget. So make sure that your legs are round the other way. We'll start with a stretch over towards the feet. Here comes your side stretch again. Feeling absolutely delicious on that other side, all the way down here, through the hip. Nice. Come up through the center. So there's a nice tall lifted moment. Hand comes down, elbow down, little side stretch, and a peek up under the ribs. Here comes the strength moment. Lift. 2 more. Delicious stretch moment. Elegant, lifted moment. Glide down the other side. You've got it. And then lift the ribs. Arm floats back. Smoothly lift up to center. 1 more mermaid. 1 more little mermaid sequence. Nice. We're in a nice tall seated position. Ooh. Glide. Lift. 1 more little back up. There it is. Good. Okay. Back to seated again, the other side. And let's stretch the legs out. Give a little shake. Good. And now very gently, you can start with a little bit of a bend behind the knee if you want. Very gently, we're just going to take some like old school PE class style hamstring stretches. Okay, very, very simple. Breathe in, reach up. Even that can be really challenging. Exhale, a little stretch here. Maybe roll up through the spine. Legs a little bit of love on the way back. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we're gonna keep moving. We're not gonna like hold it there, but we're moving really, really slowly. In and out. Shouldn't get the idea. Yes. Maybe let's take 3 more. Just gently give my legs a little bit of love on the way back up. If your legs haven't been straight, maybe now's a moment to start eking out a little bit of length through the legs. Rolling up through the spine. So the back, I know it's all about the legs here, but the back is doing a lovely little bit of curving and flexing here as well, which is nice. Double whammy. Let's take 1 more. Breathe in. And out. Maybe take it even slower, gooier on this last one. Roll up. Give the legs a shake out. Shimmy your bottom forward, and we're going to go all the way down to lying. Okay, so you can take your time to get down there. Give the abdominals a little something this morning. And then come all the way down to lying. Adjust whatever needs adjusting. And we're going full on, lying everything down, legs straight, arms straight, roll out. Enjoy this moment, let the back settle, and take the arms up overhead and let them come all the way to the floor. Okay, so normally in Pilates we're very, very careful and we hold them up here so that the shoulder doesn't come out of line. Quite a nice morning stretch, that's cool, you know? Okay. Nice deep breath. Okay, take 1 arm, doesn't matter which one, so you're going to take 1 arm up and you're going to take it slightly on a diagonal so it's crossing over your body. I know that's a bit odd. And then it's going to come back down, okay? So just a little bit of mobility through the shoulder here, a little bit of control through the shoulder. And we're crossing that arm over. So a little bit of lengthening across the outside of the shoulder here. Legs, doesn't matter. Just let them flop. They can be active and flexed if you want. Just letting my legs be at the moment. This is all about the arms. Legs can play in a minute. Okay. If you want to add a little bit something for the abdominals, you can add in a little curl up and just look where that fingertip, those fingertips are going. Look where that hand is going. Slash, look where those fingertips are going. So you're crossing over on the diagonal. Getting the waist for your obliques. Doing a little something here to play, okay? You can add in a knee if you want. You can bring that knee up more. To say hello to the hand. We go. On that cross, it's strange having this hand up here, isn't it? I know that's strange. That's okay. So keeping both sides of the pelvis, back of the hips on the floor. Now that you've got nice long hamstrings, if you want to make that a straight leg, be my guest. You can have no leg. You can have a bent leg. You can move to a straight leg. Let's do one more each side, whichever version you're doing. Nice. Good. And then bring the legs together. Let's bring the arms back down the right way. And let's just go for some ankle flexes and extensions. Okay, so just flex the feet. Letting the heels away. So hopefully feeling a bit of a stretch at the bottom of the leg and the calf muscle there. You don't have to do the dainty pointy toes, that's optional, but it feels kind of nice. Flex the feet. Toes to the ceiling. Heels sending away. Just keep the breath steady. Core engaged, sending those heels away, another 3. 2. Last one. Oh, lovely little feet. Good. All right. Okay, let's hug the knees in. Give it a little rock. Start to make that rock a little bit bigger. And a little bit bigger. And a little bit bigger. And we find ourselves doing a silly rolling like a ball as our transition back up to seated. All right. Not most like, what's the word? Seamless transition there. But we're up. That's the main thing. And we're going to come around to a 4-point kneeling position. Okay. Little couple of somethings here. Okay, so I've got a bit of space between my knees, a bit of space between my hands. And let's start really simple with kind of cowboy. Okay, so going back to that breath. In and out curve. In to open the chest, look up, fill the lungs, and out to curve and around. And just a couple more. In and out. And in and out. All right, just take it somewhere in the middle, kind of a neutral middle between those 2 points. We're going to go for some thread the needle because it's just the most delicious spine twist ever. So taking the weight into one of your hands, free the other one up. We're going to lift it up to the side, keep an eye on where it's going, and then deep breath out, thread your needle through the gap. Twist so your shoulder and your ear come down. And then lift back up. We're going to just alternate sides, okay? So now the other hand. Breathe in, twist to the side, and then breathe out. Thread your needle through. Try not to sink back here too much. Try and keep forward over that hand. Oh, I'm just going to enjoy that for half a second longer. One more each side. Breathe in and out. Oh, yeah. That's nice. And just use this as well. I've got one more. Use this as a bit of a body awareness tool. So does it feel different on one side? For me, it feels like tighter and kind of more delicious on this side. So you can kind of use any of these to kind of check in with the body. How do things feel on one side? Does one arm feel different? Does one leg feel different? Stronger, more flexible, all that kind of stuff. You'll notice that we've gone into a little kind of child's pose, rest position. Just let the shoulders stretch out here. Let the lower back release. Okay? Totally up to you how you take this position. Personally, I like to go kind of wide knees and drop my ribs through the middle. I think I started doing that in pregnancy when I had a big, huge belly, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of works actually. I like that. Just stuck with it. Okay. And let the head relax. Draw the hands in, roll the spine up. Be really intentional. Rolling that spine out. Nice. All right, from here, last couple of little things. Let's lift up. It wouldn't be a kind of stretchy morning class without a bit of lungey and getting into those hip flexors, would it now? Would it now? You know, we can't miss that out. So 1 foot forward, I'm just going into a nice low lunge. I'm going to just wriggle my toes just a little bit further forward. You see that this is kind of directly underneath my shin. I'm just going to wriggle it slightly further forward so that I've got somewhere to lean into. That makes sense? Good. Good. So just creeping that lunge forward. Good, just sinking this hip that's over this side down towards the floor. Nice. So we're not going to hold it there, we're just very, very slowly flowing in and out. Good, if you want to take it further, you can come all the way down into a nice low lunge, lift that back leg, and you can do your flow just forward and back here, just rocking through that back ankle, sinking, using that hip a little bit lower and lower and lower. Ooh, yeah. Nice. You'll notice I just moved my hands so they're both on the inside of my foot there. Feel free to have a little experiment what feels good. Okay, reversing that so we kind of come back. So I'm going to lower my knees and lower your knee if you've done that already. Good. And I'm starting pressing some pressure now through my foot, through this quad to lift back up. You can even use it as a little kind of balance test here. Can we swap legs? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Staying nice and balanced. Good. Oh, feels good already. Okay, other foot forward. I'm just going to start with that rock. Very gently forward and backwards. Use that breath. This can feel quite intense sometimes. Just easing this hip open, pressing it down towards the floor. Just a few rounds like this, taking that gentle rock, eking out that hip flexor all the way. They do such a lot of work, these quads and hips, and also often get neglected a little bit. They get so tight. More hip flexor stretches for all. Okay, if you want to take it that little bit further and take it forward, take that back knee. Ooh, that just kind of intensifies things a little bit. I'm just taking my little rock forwards and backwards, but also continuing to kind of just tease that hip a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. As our body gradually gets used to this position, gradually gets used to this stretch, we can just start to eke it up, eke it up, eke it up. Okay, let's start to reverse. Last couple of breaths here. And then if that back knee went up, take it back down. Find your way a little bit higher, a little bit further back. Send some pressure down through this foot, through this leg, and lift you back up. Ooh. Ooh. Let's kind of close up how we started. So I'm going to come back down into sitting. Remember, if you're doing a cross-legged thing, to kind of do both. And I'm just going to finish up again. Oh, that kind of feels a bit better. Now that I've creaked those hips out particularly, I feel like I've got a bit of a loosey-goosey circle here. And the other way, swap legs if you need to. Just swirling the ribcage round. Thinking hips, waist, ribs, shoulders. All right. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's just close with a little breath. So breathe in, reach everything up, look up, and exhale. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed that and you can go about the day like loosey-goosey and feeling all nice and mobile and loose and stretched out. And I'll see you again soon.